back to the channel, everybody. My name is Michelle, and my husband James and I are in the process of building a 1,300 square foot geothermal rammed earth all year round greenhouse. We have made some progress, significant progress so far this summer and in the last week since, I guess the last 2 weeks since we did an update on where we're at with this project. So in the last video that we did, we had installed some tongue and groove decking for a slope roof on the back of the greenhouse, which is about 95% complete. We ran out of tongue and groove and we'll need to get some more to finish that little portion at the top. The next step that we did over the course of the last 2 weeks since we put that video out was we installed some window beams. So right behind me here are the window openings. It's between these two pillars. There's 5 across the front of the greenhouse, so there's going to be glass in there. But we wanted to frame the windows with some nice blackened wood beams. So James went ahead and milled up the wood for us, which is amazing. I think he did them in, he's going to kill me, I'm going to say 2x4, but I know they're bigger than that.
So we got a bunch more of our beams milled up, which are for the headers and rafter support around the front of the greenhouse, which will be directly above the windows. We also got a plate ledger installed, so that's going to give us support for our windows, as well as angle brackets, which I have up top there, which are going to support the beams. I can show you this all a little bit clearer close up, but what we're going to be doing now is cutting these to size, and we're going to do a half lap joint, which will just allow me to pin each beam through to one another, make it a little bit stronger. Really simple joint. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different beams to cut, and that's what we're going to get going on here today. So once they're all cut, I gotta show Sugi on them and then get them up in place. And then the next step is going to be our big tall wall, which is going to be above the LVL beam, which we previously installed. So this is going to take a good chunk of today and probably a part of tomorrow. Pretty much all day milling up these 5 pieces yesterday, as well as some miscellaneous 2x6 and 2x4 pieces that we're going to use later on once we get up onto the main roof section here. So I'm gonna get at her and I'll show you what a half lap joint is. Hey buddy, got your earplugs on? Let's go. So we got all the half lap joints done. Everything is nice and square with these. I've checked all of them already. So next thing is going to be get these off the sawhorses, get it on some dunnage, and torch them up to show sugib on them. And then we can lift them up, put them in place, and we're on to the next step.
So we went ahead and burnt those, got them all ready. If you're not familiar with burning wood or shushugiban, it's a Japanese technique to preserve wood. We used old glue and we installed them one by one.
Okay, so that's the half lap joint, so you can see the beam running this way is over top of the beam running this way. Pretty simple joint. Everything seems pretty tight. I'm doing my best to line up the top because that's where my rafters are going to sit. We have a couple of inconsistencies with the top of the rammed earth that we have to deal with, so I'm going to grab these brackets I made up and drilled holes in, and they're going to be attached to these plates inside. So let's maybe go grab a couple of those and we'll show you how we're securing everything. Share case. So it's going to be secured on the inside of the beam with these brackets. So this will be on the ledger we have installed, and then this will tie into the beam. So I've just got a couple of small holes just for regular screws, and then once I get everything set, I can wedge anchor it through the larger hole into the top of the rammed earth. It's nice and tight. I like it. Looks good. Looks good, hey?
Yeah. So once we had that all completed, we had a visit from James's brother, who's kind of like having two Jameses in a sense of they're both really, really good at construction stuff. Hi, Travis. So we had them, James and his brother, and some help from our friends, framed up a wall, actually a three-part wall, which had to be lifted, boomed up with old glue, and put into place on the back portion of the roof of the greenhouse. So it's the back slope. There's a front slope and a back slope like this. And it was on this back slope. And it's a roof or a wall that goes along the front face of the greenhouse, which supports the beams underneath it, but also the polycarbonate that's going to come along this front face of the greenhouse. So I might have just butchered explaining that.
You gotta look at the camera. You can't be camera shy. All right, so we've got all of the perimeter beams in on the greenhouse that are going to support the roof rafters for the polycarbonate side of the roof. And today we are going to be building the high wall that's on top of the LVL beam. We got all our studs pre-cut, plates laid out. My brother's here to help, which is good because he can't hire much better help. He kind of knows what he's doing. A little bit. He's pretty helpful. So also Paul probably is going to pop by here in a bit, but we are going to first pre-build all the walls on the ground, just like a platform frame in a stack, and then we're going to put each one of them up. And it's a double 2x4 wall, and it's going to be blocked mid-span. So the wall is going to be 7 inches thick, same width as the beam, right?
Yep.
So that's what we're going to get doing today. Hopefully we don't get any more rain and see how it goes, but it's going to make a pretty big impact on the overall shape of the greenhouse and the size. Going to really emphasize how tall it is, so get going on that.
What just happened?
A wall. And good help. I'm gonna go up there so I can help them.
So some big visual progress. That was a big undertaking, and good thing that we had friends around to help because they're big, huge walls and James definitely needed assistance. So you might be wondering why James isn't with me during our little chat here, as we usually do. And that's because James is working on digging a foundation and footings for our next big rammed earth project. And our next big rammed earth project is actually going to be starting at the beginning of August, because we are hosting a how to build rammed earth walls workshop here at our property in BC. It's being hosted by Max, who is an amazing guy and knows so much about sustainable building and rammed earth. So if you're interested in coming to visit us, coming to meet us, taking part in this workshop, please check the description below. I'm going to link all the details and links to the websites where you can sign up. So I'll put the dates on the screen as well. You can come any of those weeks. You don't have to come the entire time. And then if we have enough people wanting to come, we may extend it 1 week, I think, into the first week of September. So yeah, rammed earth course. We mentioned it in another video. All the details will be down in the description, and we're getting close. We're only a couple weeks away from that happening. So James definitely has to get some things in place before the workshoppers come, and they're going to be building a huge rammed earth wall here, and we will definitely be showing you that on our channel here. So stay tuned. We hope to have some more progress on the geothermal greenhouse in the next couple of weeks before our rammed earth course starts. I think James's brother is visiting right now and helping him. He's visiting again and helping him with equipment and digging. So hopefully they'll be able to get a big chunk of the next project completed this weekend, and you can get back to working on the rammed earth greenhouse. So technically we have 2 projects on the go right now. So it's a little hectic around here. But we're doing what we can, and we're filming everything, and we're trying to get videos out for you guys. So thank you so much for following along on our journey, and please share, like, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you in the next video.